Travelogue. Part 1. Indigenous people. We all know that before arriving Europeans to the New World, there were people who had been living on the continent for ages. They were indigenous people. There were a lot of different tribes. We found out about them, the names of places, and their primary glossary. For example, I remember some of the names of the places. Agawam Meadowlands, Waranaco, Westfield, Winding River, etc., Deerfield Center. In the Deerfield Center we could see the things, which represented the life of the first English settlers, and hear the stories about tensions and conflicts between indigenous people and Europeans. One of them is a legendary story about the Indian door. This door once opened into the house built by John Sheldon in 1699. It bears the hatchet scars of the 1704 raid on Deerfield, Massachusetts, and has come to symbolize that event. Aware of the possibility of attack, Sheldon had fortified and strengthened the door. It is the most complete example surviving in New England from the 17th century. The house also survived the attack, but was taken down by the owners in 1848. Through its presence, the memory of the 1704 raid on Deerfield remained alive, helping to foster an unusual degree of historical consciousness among residents and visitors. Another one is about Stephen Williams, 1693 to 1782. He was 10 years old when he was captured during the 1704 raid on Deerfield, Massachusetts. Stephen survived 18 months of captivity and returned to New England. His sister Eunice married a Rosen who was from Native Americans. Stephen did not approve of the marriage. A new family made 4 trips and brought him gifts. These gifts are physical evidence of the complicated legacy of the 1704 raid on Deerfield. New York Museum of Natural History. We visited a section in the museum that was devoted to indigenous people and had the possibility to see unique artifacts there, for example, totems, masks, wax statues. I watched the birchbark canoe of Menominee origin in the Hall of Eastern Woodlands, and smaller ones, including darts that date as far back as 10,000 BC, and a Hopi Katsina doll from what is now Arizona. But the American Museum of Natural History has closed 2 major halls, exhibiting Native American objects, in a dramatic response to new federal regulations that require museums to obtain consent from tribes before displaying or performing research on cultural items. Visit to the reservation. All indigenous people were made to move to places that were distant after European colonization, and especially after the Indian Removal Act of 1830. We had an opportunity to visit the reservation in Utah and to see the lifestyle there. The person who hosted us told us about some of their rights. For example, Native Americans can use their lands but not sell it.